Money game, money game, money gang. What y'all on, man? It's D-Money and I'm back at y'all boys with another video. Y'all already know how we rockin', man. We finna get straight into this video. Won't waste no time. So I heard the feds was on Lil Durk ass, man. So y'all gotta do y'all homework on Lil Durk staying in jail. But they said he was in good spirits. So we finna see if he getting out, man. Let's see what the update is. 1090 Jake finna put us on, man. So let's get to it. Make sure y'all subscribe. We trying to hit 5K on my other channel. We trying to hit 1K on this channel, man. Let's go.
The feds are playing a dirty game in the Lil Durk case. They are alleging they found dirt in Durk's phone and that they got the phone because of a situation where Durk was the shooter and the victim at the same time. You want to make hundreds of dollars from your poster? Shout out to My Mixtapes. New documents claim Lil Durk seized phone contained messages asking for Lil Tim's address, a 2021 Rondo Show poster, and a 2023 social media post claiming Rondo was shot.
Damn.
According to court documents, the government responded to Lil Durk's motion to suppress the phone.
Y'all see this?
Let's break down what that means right there.
Okay.
Lil Durk's lawyers are trying to suppress whatever the feds got out of the phone, saying that they got the phone illegally. They shouldn't have even had the right to go through the phone. But the government is saying, no, we had every right to go in it, and this is what we found. And they're saying that because Durk admitted to firing his gun, that alone gave police probable cause to think he'd committed reckless conduct under Georgia law. Personally, I don't know what the fuck that has to do with the phone, but the shooting they're talking about is the July 2021
home invasion where him and India was banging it out. What? Bro, come on. No. Alright, see, look. Now they bullshitting, bro. They bullshit. If a nigga come in my house, I'm blowing his ass down. No question. Come on, bro.
It says Lil Durk got a rude awakening when some people busted into his home and exchanged gunfire with him and his girlfriend. This is according to law enforcement. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation stated the
what y'all doing in this situation, bro? Be honest. Y'all doing the same shit.
And aggravated assault.
Oh no, don't rob me. What the fuck?
Law enforcement tells us several unidentified individuals entered Durk's home in the Chateau Ellen neighborhood of Brazelton, about an hour outside of Atlanta, and a shootout ensued. The GBI say Durk and India discharged their firearms, but they were not injured during the incident. It's unclear exactly how many people allegedly entered the home, but cops are asking for tips from the public in the case as part of the investigation.
How the fuck would the public know about
went to dumping as they should?
How would the public know about somebody breaking in Durk's home?
Good, right? But the feds are alleging this was the reason they were able to take his phone and go through it. And within that phone, the feds are saying they found screenshots of messages discussing Timothy Leach, aka Lil Tim, the killer of King Von, being released on bond and requesting the address of his residence while under house arrest.
So you can't do that
right there, right? If you've paid attention to some of the cases that I've covered, Queso specifically from Jacksonville, he got convicted, he's got a life sentence. They went on the Duval Clerk website. Duval is the county of Jacksonville.
Right.
They went on the website and were able to look up their ops information.
Damn.
And within his case file, they found his address.
Damn.
So this is the thing about Florida law. Anytime you get a ticket, anytime you catch a
boy, y'all at
case, anytime you anything, your address gets posted to a public website in which anybody can look it up. So they looked up his address, went to his crib, stalked him all the way to a job interview, and when they came out, Queso chased him down with an ARP and knocked his fucking face off. That's why he's got a life sentence. And it's like, I don't
lock that nigga up for 6 life sentences. Nigga, you know how much premeditation that is? Golly. What the fuck did he do? Shit.
I don't know why no one's thought of like, hey, maybe we shouldn't post their address.
Like what? Duh.
If we're gonna publicize they're on house arrest and they're not allowed to leave,
even
not
on house
guns,
arrest,
and they're not allowed to defend themselves.
Why are you posting anybody's address as a ticket in general, nigga? Like, bro, I don't understand how some of these laws be getting passed. Like, motherfucker don't got the. Oh yeah, phone, bro, great. Yeah, that nigga don't want to pay that nigga ticket. No fuck no. All that nigga information, publicize that shit. We don't get no fuck what he got going on. Damn, my collar fucked up. We don't get no fuck what he got going on. Nathan, fuck. This shit crazy, man.
Maybe we shouldn't
trap,
post their
bro.
addresses, but whatever. The feds are alleging, you know, Durk knew Lil Tim got released on bond, and he was trying to get that addy.
Damn.
A screenshot of a 2021 concert poster would advertise a performance of Quando Rondo.
Okay.
And a screenshot of a social media post dated May 3rd, 2023 documented that Quando Rondo had been shot.
Yeah. Damn.
So they're stating Durk was tracking
They saying
any
he was trying to get back.
performances Quando
That
was
boy
allegedly
slid. That's what
trying
they
to
saying.
book so that they could pop out to the show. And they're also
1090
saying
gonna do that
that
shit again.
Durk had a screenshot of Quando being shot. And if y'all remember, Quando Rondo got shot at after his very first show since the killing of King Von. There was video of him pulling up with a ton of security, this and that, whatever. They ended up pulling up to either a gas station or a store. Shots went off. Somebody got hit in the hand. Quando wasn't hit. Quando didn't stay at the scene either.
I mean, duh.
But this shit was going down. Music was coming out with lyrics talking about popping out at his shows, whatever. And the very first show Quando performed at,
Durk did say that
right after. Now jumping into the comments, 187 Chris would say, it seems like he was just concerned about their well-being. That's all I'm getting from this. Under that, it don't matter, laugh my ass off. The phone was taken when Durk was a victim. It was never supposed to be searched.
Facts. I don't even know why he got to turn his phone in the first place if this nigga is just protecting his house. What do his phone got to do with him protecting his home and somebody coming into his house? I don't want nobody going through my shit at all. Period. Point blank. Like, bro, especially if somebody illegally come into my shit. What do my phone got to do with anything, nigga? Now I gotta ride in the whip, no CarPlay, no music, cause y'all last got my phone. What the fuck?
And how he was engaging in reckless conduct. If people break into your house, what's reckless about shooting at them?
Right.
Especially in a stand your ground state like Georgia.
It's reckless that they breaking in this bitch.
Someone said it's illegal to screenshot things now. Someone else said this dude is absolutely cooked.
That's his phone to screenshot it in,
To
though.
Durk all day on Twitter, he is posting all the paperwork in this case. I mean, literally everything, and he's got the new shit. So this is the government's opposition to Durk's motion to suppress.
We got real paperwork,
seized and
real ink,
telephone. This comes down to whatever the fruit of the poisonous tree, right? My lawyer tried to use this in my case. When I got arrested, I was on the phone. And they were investigating me because they said we tried to break into a car, which never happened. And when they searched me, they found a gun. I was charged with breaking into the car, but the charges were dropped. And because of the charges being dropped and there never being an actual crime committed, therefore, under the fruit of the poisonous tree, I was supposed to never be searched and the gun should have never been found. And that gun is what linked me to the armed burglary of 15 other guns. So my public pretender came up with this great idea that we're gonna do this under fruit of the poisonous tree. Anyways, didn't happen.
If you get technical.
So let's continue. Following a shootout at Banks's home in July of 2021, where law enforcement seized multiple guns and 11 cartridge casings.
It's not illegal to do that.
6 of which were found
in
near
the state of
a
Georgia, right? You can have guns in
Durk
Georgia.
admitted to firing his gun into the air. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation, GBI, searched Durk's house in pursuit to a search warrant. During the search investigators seized multiple guns and boxes of ammunition, spent shell casings, and Durk's cell phone to aid their investigation into the gunfight, among other items.
Right.
While Durk's phone was seized pursuant to the initial warrant, the GBI did not search the phone until it obtained a subsequent warrant that authorized the seizure of data related to multiple crimes, including felon in possession of firearms.
Is that legal,
Based
though?
on the second warrant, the GBI created the forensic extraction of the device, which they maintained in their possession pursuant to the express terms of the Georgia phone warrant. After the grand jury returned additional charges against Durk in this case, including VICAR murder, The government obtained a copy of the forensic extraction within days. A federal magistrate judge in Los Angeles authorized a warrant to search the forensic extraction for evidence related to this case. Material evidence was found on the device, including text messages about locating TB, which is obviously Quandarando, Taekwon Bowman, and TB's associate TL, Timothy Leaks, aka
I was finna call his ass Timothy Banks.
The individual who shot Davon Bennett, aka King Von.
Yeah, they
now Durk would attempt to suppress the evidence, raising numerous
like.
legal issues in an attempt to justify suppressing the
But,
incriminating evidence.
You gotta
found
understand,
on
bro.
The
You
device.
a millionaire
However,
with 25
the motion boils
kids.
down to
like,
three narrow issues: whether state investigators lawfully seized the defendant's phone, whether the temporary detention of the defendant's phone until state investigators obtained a warrant, and whether these facts, Georgia investigators' good faith conduct seizing the phone while investigating a shootout and then obtaining a second warrant to search the phone, coupled with the attenuation between a wholly separate federal investigation years later, the drastic remedy of exclusion.
Hey, you know what'd be crazy as hell? If whole time, you know the government be on some crazy shit, right? The FBI be on some crazy shit. What if the people, because they never caught, I don't think they ever caught the people that broke into his house, right? What if the people that broke into Durk house was planted by the FBI so they could search his phone? Because, how do y'all just coincidentally just be prepared to, you feel me, get warrants to search through a nigga phone? You know what I'm saying? What if them people that broke in was planted by the FBI to go in Durk crib so they could set him up and lock him up and take all his money and all his properties?
Relevant evidence is warranted.
I know that kind of, it's kind of far-fetched, but
shit, half of which I don't understand. But basically, what they're trying to say is, did the state have the legal right to go through that phone? Was it legally possessed? From the time that they initially grabbed it,
I don't know, man. It's a sticky situation, folks.
Secured, did they have the right to have it? And did the feds have the right to swoop in, 5 years later, to get access to what the state recovered back then? Is that legal? Are they able to do that? Because that sounds kind of crazy. The feds take your phone for whatever the state takes your phone for whatever reason. And 5 years later, the feds are like, yeah, we want that. Now it states, while all three issues should be resolved in the government's favor, the court can deny the motion based on any of the below. First, the Georgia home warrant authorized the seizure of defendant Durk's phone. All parties agree the Georgia house warrant authorized state law enforcement to lawfully enter and search his house. Based on the plain language of the warrant, it authorized the seizure of Durk's phone because the affidavit established probable cause that Durk, who claimed he fired a gun multiple times in the air in a residential neighborhood, was a suspected perpetrator of at least reckless conduct. That right there. Even though Durk, being a felon, wasn't charged with felon in possession of a firearm. He wasn't charged with reckless conduct, to my knowledge. Because of how this happened, they were able to secure a warrant and go into his phone. Unfortunately, that sounds like
that's why
lawfully able to get it.
That's why I say, folks, it's damn near planted by the government.
Once they do a cell phone extraction, for y'all that don't know, it doesn't matter if I take a picture right now and delete it, and it's permanently deleted, and then I delete it from the box of deleted shit too. If they do a cell phone extraction on my phone, they can still get that picture.
Durk is cooked. FBI, open up! Oh, Durk. All my life. Yeah, but you finna spend the rest of that motherfucker in there. Damn, Durk. Stupid. Oh, shit. Damn, that nigga passed. Yeah, from fire.
Nothing's ever fully deleted. So once that information has been obtained and put on the USB drive, the feds, it sounds like the feds can come in at any point they want. Hey, y'all still got that USB drive? Yeah, let me get that. We're actually looking into shit that happened. We want to see his phone. Oh, we actually have shit on the phone? Okay, perfect. We're going to use this. To be honest, it sounds like the feds can actually do this. It's a dirty game, but it's a legal game. Second,
What is
the
Durk gonna
Georgia
do?
investigators learned additional information before the seizure of the
I ain't
defendant's
gonna lie.
phone
I
that
heard last time I heard an
independently
update on his
justified
case,
a
it sounded like he was
temporary
taking
detention
dubs. He
of
was
the
in great
phone
spirits.
to preserve evidence while investigators sought and obtained a warrant to search the phone.
Right.
Indeed, before investigators seized the phone, they learned that Durk was a twice convicted felon when he possessed and fired his weapon, and that the defendant was a suspected member of the Black Disciples gang. Given those facts and defendant's conduct set forth in the affidavit, investigators had a good faith basis to seize the phone to investigate the gunfight, including determining the identity of the shooters and motive. Investigators subsequently obtained a warrant to search the phone, which is based on ample probable cause.
Damn, y'all.
The reason people like watching me is because not only am I good at doing research and finding paperwork,
But he could
and
break
all
the
these
paperwork
things,
down.
but I've also lived through experiences in
Oh,
which I'm able
shit.
to relate and break things down to y'all
see?
that might not have. So, back when I got investigated, I think it was in 2016 for an armed robbery and chasing somebody with a gun.
Right.
They said I was communicating with the person through a phone, whatever, right? When I got booked, they took my phone, right?
Right.
My phone was placed into evidence.
But this was in 2009,
not
you
only
said, right? Or
that,
some shit
I
like
got booked on, I believe, a Sunday, released on a Monday.
Damn, 24 hours later.
Friday
Damn.
is when they came and they got a search warrant for my crib. They raided my crib.
Oh, so like
right?
4 or 5 days
now,
later. type
obviously,
shit.
because they took my first phone that Sunday, I got out that Monday. I went and bought a new phone. And that Friday, they took the new phone too. They took every piece of technology in that house. They even took my ex's laptop at the time that she used for school. They took everything because they wanted to find the piece of technology that I was allegedly communicating with the victim through.
Oh.
And they didn't end up
okay,
actually figuring out any fucking thing. But that's the type of shit that they do
Yeah, that
when they're
nigga hid that
investigating a
shit.
crime. They're gonna take everything, they're gonna do extractions on everything, they're gonna look through everything to try to find the piece of information.
That
they're
little
looking
bit
for.
of
Now,
damn, bro, that's
in the
fucked up.
midst of them doing that, if they
And
found
they got damn near
pictures
like
of
all the
me with
time
a
in the
gun
world
or
to
the
do this,
gun that
like,
they said I allegedly
damn near,
used,
bro.
that would become part of their investigation. And then they're gonna be like, oh, boom, 1090 Jake is a convicted felon. We just found a picture of him with a gun. We're gonna hit him with this charge on top of the robbery we're investigating. That's just how they put this shit together.
Bro, so if they can't
Now,
get you with
finally,
that
the
one, they
facts
gonna get
before
you
the
with
court
that other.
simply do not
bro.
warrant the drastic and extreme remedy of
fucked up.
suppression. Georgia investigators acted in good faith, obtaining multiple warrants to seize and search the defendant's phone to investigate a shootout that occurred in a residential neighborhood.
Right.
Likewise, the federal prosecution team diligently obtained a federal search warrant days after receiving the digital extraction of defendant's phone from the GBI. Because the FBI was not involved in the seizure of the phone from the bank's residence, nor did it possess the extraction of the physical phone at any point prior to July 2026, suppression and exclusion is not justified here. Now keep in mind, again, this document is written by the feds. This is the feds responding to Durk's lawyers to throw this out.
Right.
So if it seems one-sided and biased,
So they really
it's
saying
because
hell
it's
nah.
written by the feds. They're trying to be like, yo, there's no reason to throw this out. Don't throw this out. We need this shit. Don't throw it out. Now, the rest of these documents, like, they would interview one of the special agents from the GBI who was a part of the investigation, and she would just state everything they learned, and they would just repeat the same shit.
Right.
We heard about a shooting. We showed up. No one was there. We swept the home. We found weapons. We found evidence. We found
find nothing.
casings.
Oh,
we found out it was Lil Durk in India. Both admitted to shooting guns. Whatever.
In
Crime
self-defense
took place.
though,
Durk
but I
never got
thought like,
charged
bro,
with any
I thought right. See,
of the bullshit.
I thought when
But
it's in
then
self-defense, you can
it
do.
It comes down to
like,
they were able to
bro, I
get
ain't
his
think you
phone
had
because
to-
they were trying to investigate him for shooting in his
crazy to
house
me, bro.
in defense, and they found some shit. Now the feds ain't trying to play with Durk. The feds
not,
are trying
bro.
to bring in a gang expert that's gonna break down who Durk is, what Durk is a part of.
Don't we all know that by now,
You
though?
know, I'm not gonna read all the paperwork because it sounds stupid as shit, but it's just like,
It's
oh, this is what
2026,
get
folks.
back means, and they were telling Durk to get back, and it's like, what really qualifies as a gang expert? At this point, I feel like I'm a gang expert. Trap Lil Ross is a gang expert.
No,
Fucking
no, hey, no, that nigga Trap Lord Ross, it's Trap, hey, that nigga know his shit. Folks could be in any gang of the United States right now. He could tell you their whole history. And they'll let that nigga in the gang just based off that right there.
Adam
Folks asked the
22,
muscle.
as many gang members as he's interviewed,
Adam
must
22.
be a gang expert.
Facts. He
right? Like, it
firsthand,
doesn't take
like
Einstein to
he
figure out
really
what
like
fuck
some of
get
the
back means.
most
But
iconic
anyways,
people in rap.
They're trying to get him on lyrics.
Adam
They're
22.
trying to say lyrics are confessions. They're planning on using all of this shit against him. Drew Finling, one of the best lawyers you can get,
He got Brian Steele too,
is
right?
fighting hard. The feds are fighting back.
Even
And we're
harder,
just
right?
gonna
I know,
have
bro, it's
to
the feds, fuck.
See where this case goes, because
It's gonna be
trial
crazy,
is
bro.
apparently getting closer and closer.
Facts.
Durk wants to go to trial, and this is gonna be, in my opinion, I think the biggest case in hip hop to hit a courtroom, a federal courtroom, carrying the most severe punishment. You know, Diddy obviously is a hip hop mogul, but Diddy isn't facing forever.
True. He finna get out in like
A gang
year or
murder
two, right?
involving private jets and switches.
Yeah.
This is an entirely different type
That
of
kind of
fucking
stem
case.
from
But hey,
a
I'll keep y'all
rap
posted. It's
hip-hop
1090
legend,
Jake.
like,
I'm
passing
rocking with
away.
y'all. Y'all rocking with
You feel
me.
me?
Till next time.
You feel me, Money Gang? Hey, that is gonna wrap up today's video. If y'all ain't tuned in to the last video, make sure y'all tune into the last video. And if you ain't tuned into the next video, make sure your ass tune into the next video, folks. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, subscribe to the main channel. I appreciate y'all boys for watching. Make sure y'all take care of yourself. Money Gang, we out there, bitch. Skip.